Let's talk to Alex Taylor-Brown now, as promised, LBC's reporter, joining us from the Holiday Inn Express in Rotherham, which you may recall was the scene of that dreadful attempt to set fire, well, partially successful attempt to set fire to that hotel, which was housing asylum seekers. One of the men responsible for it has been sentenced today in Sheffield. Alex, tell us more. Tell us what happened.
Well, Sheila, yes, this was the scene just over a month ago now of what was essentially a battleground between people who were against the asylum seekers who were being housed here at the Holiday Inn Express in the Manvers area of Rotherham, and clashes with police. More than 60 officers in total were injured during this disorder. We're a month on, there's still big loads of police tape all around, a big police cordon in place. Some of the windows that were smashed have been replaced, but some are still boarded up as well. The scenes here on the morning after were shocking, really. There was scorched earth and there were melted bins, and it was one of those industrial bins that Thomas Birley was involved in helping to push against a fire exit so that people couldn't get out whilst it was on fire. He was part of that. He fanning the flames literally by throwing bits of wood in, pellets and chipboard as well. Today he was sentenced at Sheffield Crown Court. I think we've got some of his arrest and some of his involvement in the rioting on that day as well.
Hey, put your hands up for us.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
What's your full name?
Thomas Birley.
Thomas, you're under arrest, okay, for violent disorder and arson with intent to cause danger, okay? So you don't have to say anything, but it may have a defence, don't mention one question, something which is late line court, anything to do with it, never given evidence.
Well, at Sheffield Crown Court today, we heard a victim impact statement from one of the 22 members of staff who were inside at the time that all this was happening. They said how they went into a panic room, pushed freezers against the door to stop the rioters getting in, and then they could smell the smoke of the fires, and that they thought that they were going to be burnt alive. Now, Judge Jeremy Richardson KC that Birley's case was suffused with racism and highlighted what he called white supremacist indicators in a pre-sentence psychiatric report. Now, the 27-year-old admitted arson with intent to endanger life, violent disorder and possession of an offensive weapon. Today he was given the biggest sentence that we've seen so far of these rioters, 9 years in custody with a further 5 on licence. The judge said that a whole life sentence had been part of his thought process. So Sheila, a real example made of Thomas Birley following the shocking scenes we saw here at the hotel in the wake of those stabbings in Stockport.
Thank you very much, Alex. Alex Taylor-Brown reporting to us live from that hotel, the Holiday Inn Express in Rotherham. I mean, thankfully nobody was killed in that particular aspect of the riots. But I have to say, I've got very little doubt that if some of those individuals who are being jailed now had got in there and got their hands on some of the asylum seekers, I think we could have been telling a very different story. It was a truly shocking aspect to a truly shocking fortnight, wasn't it? Horrendous.